My name is Joel DeJean, and I am the LaRouche Independent Congressional Candidate for the 38th District in Texas. My Republican opponent, Wesley Hunt, who went to West Point at Cornell, obviously did not learn the meaning of hypocrisy. His endorser-in-chief, James Baker III, lawyer and close family friend of George Herbert Walker Bush and Secretary of State during H.W.'s presidency, told Gorbachev and the Russians in February of 1990 that if they allowed Germany to reunify under NATO, that NATO would not advance 1 inch further east. Well, over the next 20 years, they advanced 1,000 kilometers to the east, incorporating into NATO countries that were part of the Warsaw Pact and even part of the former Soviet Union, including Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, and now they want to incorporate Ukraine. Now, Putin gave warnings over the last 20 years that the expansion of NATO to his border would not be tolerated. And he has now put his foot down over the attempt to incorporate Ukraine directly into NATO. Now, what is to be done if we continue to escalate the sanctions and the economic warfare against Russia and eventually against China? We will be heading down the slope to World War III, and I mean nuclear World War III. What is the alternative? I fully endorse the call put out by Helga Zepp-LaRouche and the Schiller Institute to have an international conference for a new security and development architecture for the world, modeled on what was done with the Peace of Westphalia, where the interest of every nation is taken into consideration. Included in that would be the adoption by the United States and other nations of Lyndon LaRouche's 4 laws, including the reenactment of Glass-Steagall, the adoption of national banking, the direction of credit, low interest, long-term credit to massive infrastructure, real infrastructure, not green infrastructure, and the adoption of a crash program for thermonuclear fusion power. Because we either have these developments or we will have thermonuclear war. That is the alternative. Will Wesley Hunt look into these alternatives, or will he continue to goose step with his fellow travelers in the Republican and Democratic Party right into World War III? That is the decision that voters in the 38th District, voters in Texas, the United States, and citizens of the world face in the coming months. Thank you.